Hello, welcome back to another video in my daily upload series for the month of November. Today I will be drawing page 10 of Trailblazers chapter 0. For today, I wanted to tackle the topic of perfection and specifically how it has impacted my experience with Trailblazers chapter 0. I think perfection as a topic is something that generally speaking people advise to stay away from, specifically other creatives, because perfection or perfectionism can hinder your flow and prevent you from moving on to newer experiences or things that would help you grow faster than if you were to just spend the time to perfect one particular piece or product. And like many, I fell into that trap. I was very critical of myself, maybe a little bit too critical, and I would constantly try to perfect one drawing versus iterating and drawing many drawings, trying to fix as I go. But specifically with Trailblazers, one of the problems I notice is that when I have an idea of what happens in Trailblazers, like sequence of events or how a character visually reacts to a certain situation or what the visuals actually may be, I tend to notice that I don't actually have a clear image of that. I'll know what happens, but I won't know how it happens. And I found that has been the key reason why I've been so slow with the thumbnailing process and the sketching process in general. The perfection I was challenged with in my early years as an artist was perfection of each individual piece, perfection of each individual concept. However, when it comes to Trailblazers, the perfection has switched to perfection of visual idea or perfection of visual component. The reason why this is so different is because it's more personal. Learning a skill is a general thing, right? Like a fundamental is just a naturally widely accepted rule of art, and once you master it, you master it. But finding the ideal way to visually show your own concept or idea, there's a lot more pressure there because you want to make sure you nail it, because there's a part of you in something you do personally. And it's really interesting because I didn't think about this deeply until I started actually trying to produce comic pages. So visual interpretation is a weakness of mine. And of course, right now, the only way I have to counter it is just repetition and consistently looking at material I've already drawn and seeing if maybe there's a better way to do it. And honestly, it's a good habit to get into now, I think, especially now that I'm trying to make comics, because ultimately, when I go back to learn more material, I will need to employ the same idea of repetition when things aren't working out. And I wonder if that's the same for other creatives as well. I wonder if more people spend a lot more time trying to visualize the components of their story, or if there's just naturally an image that is in a creative's head and that's how they're able to just stay loose with everything up until they're ready to tighten it up with inks. I also wonder if cumulative experience has anything to do with how well you can visualize something in your head. As a final note, I also want to hit on the importance of balance. I don't think doing blind repetition is necessarily good, just as I don't believe that only doing finished pieces where you're just spending hours and hours on each piece is going to help. It really comes down to mixing it up. So you should be trying to try new pieces often, but you also should be going back and trying to spend a little bit longer to really understand the concepts. I don't know if that was clear, but I just wanted to make that clear. Anyway, that was what was on my mind today. If you have any comments related to the phenomenon, please leave them down below. I'd love to read them. And as always, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, check out my art Instagram, and my Discord. Links will be in the description box below. Take care, everyone. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video.